making the documentary, the whole point of making the documentary was to scare the hell out of the teenagers that were watching it. Now, I don't know how they were going to have access to the film, if they were going to see it on DVD, if they were going to download it, if they were going to borrow it from a friend or use a file share. Whatever medium worked, as long as they saw it and realized, like, hey, maybe I'm about 5 years away from this, or 4 years away from this. If that would have worked, and if that can work, that's fine with me. I first went out there not knowing what to expect. Sitting down in the park, I just took a camcorder and a microphone that sometimes worked, sometimes it didn't, and with a small little consumer light, and go out there and sit on a park bench and say, look, you know, we're making a movie here. Would you like to participate? Everyone's like just walking by me like I'm just a police officer. And once they realized that I wasn't a cop or a pornographer, you know, that they saw me drinking whiskey, which I was drinking whiskey to stay warm. They said, okay, you know, we'll do a film with you, man. I'm out there completely isolated. I'm out there by myself. So, you know, a drug deal can go bad, or a situation can go bad. I can get robbed. Anything can happen at any time, because you don't know. The people that are making the film are cool with you, but they might have associates or friends or someone that they have a beef with coming back that you don't know about. And it's all of a sudden, hey, they see a camera. Well, you owe me money because you ripped me off on a bundle over here. So I'm going to take this video camera because I know I can sell that camera and get $2,000 for it. And that's enough heroin to fix me up for, you know, a week. You know, and they don't have to hustle. Thanksgiving morning, I was out there. And that was the one morning I got the most shots of everyone being on the street. Like, they were just sleeping everywhere. They were all over the place. They were all over Union Square. They were in boxes. They were near the dog walk park. People sleeping under benches. People sleeping by the escalators. Sleeping in the subway. I just remember going out there, and this was 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't describe it. I can't describe that feeling of seeing these people out there on Thanksgiving like that. It'd be weird, sad, and tragic. And all these people are under 25 years old, not in college, not at home for the holidays with their family, but totally isolated and totally enslaved to this addiction of heroin. There was one scary moment when I'm walking with Danny and Mark, and we're walking down Broadway to Houston Street, from Union Square to Houston. It's quite a bit of a walk, but not for people that want to get high or that need to get high. Let me rephrase that. And they're walking and walking and walking, and they're talking to each other, and they're whispering, you know, back and forth. And I'm behind them about 3 feet, ready to turn around and run, because I don't know what's going to come out of this alley here, or from this street here, or from this doorway. And when they met up with their drug dealer at the time, he was just sitting down reading the Post. He was reading the New York Post, just sitting down there and on the street, and he didn't look like a drug dealer. He was just a well-dressed man, early 30s, you know, didn't have to work. You could tell he didn't work, you know, but he was well-dressed, and the next shot was, you know, we're in a public bathroom, and there they are cooking up and shooting away. When you're making a documentary, it's not about a time frame and a deadline. It's about this metaphoric, organic path that you go down. And you don't know where it's going to go. You're just kind of like skating on thin ice, but it's a beautiful adventure, but you don't know where it's going to end. It might be a dead end. It might be a light at the end of this path. It might be a big, huge rainbow. It might be a well to death. You know, you don't know. But that's the part of documentary filmmaking that's beautiful, because each project is a different journey. You don't know where it's going to end. you have an idea of what the end's going to be, but it's life. Life is unpredictable, and that's what makes documentaries so much fun to work on and so much fun to watch. I just towards the end of the movie, it was very cold. It was February. I just mentally just couldn't do any more taping, and they just seemed to go down further and further and further and further. It just got worse and worse and worse. And if that's the message, that's the message. You're gonna die in prison. You're gonna die on the street, or you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up in and out of rehabs. It's just a drug that locks you in, and you go nowhere. Once it locks you in, you stay right there, and you don't develop more as an individual. You don't grow more as a person. It's sad. It's tragic. The job for a person that's going to make documentaries and with a camera, your job is to tell the truth, regardless of how bad it's going to be, or how awful or tragic it's going to be, because not everything has a happy ending. And does Union Square have a happy ending? Half and half it does. I didn't want to be dishonest to anyone that's watching the movie, because heroin brings you to one place, to a dead-end street. If that's the message I can get across, awesome, that's the message I want to get across.